Blackpool, history in the national, Minella times win.
Just had unbelievable success. Like, it was just fairy tale stuff. Like, to think you'd have a national winner and a Gold Cup winner in the same place for 3 years rare and bring them home and back to Lavally after buying them, and they come on to produce the goods. Like, it was just unbelievable stuff. It's just the Olympics of the sport. Like, it's for anyone that has a horse dreams about having a fairy tale stuff, like, and Tipperary woman honour, and it was just fantastic. And to do it for the McManuses, like, it was just because they are racing, they are the biggest benefactors of Irish racing. He is the best man in the country to deal with and to do with a horse, and it was fantastic to be able to do it for them, because you'd have to buy a lot of horses to be through the years, you'd have to be lucky, and thank God it was fantastic for them. Henry is the man, he's the achievement he had this year. Unprecedented, like, to be very lucky for me, and I would be very lucky for him, like 5 horses, 4 of them end up grade one winners, like, it was just unbelievable stuff, But we school the young horse, we'd school them, we have 2-year-olds now, we're breaking them, and we'd be schooling them, like, getting them going, and just get them, you got to get them jumping before they learn to gallop, because if their heads are fried from galloping, they won't just respect the jumping. Once you get that into them, before they go on, like, they'll always respect it, they'll always jump. We put them in loose at home, the big lunging ring too, and the ones, there's a couple of them there, like that are natural. They just take you like a duck to water. It's like they just go. The real ones just go and do it. Like, the value of the stock got huge. The prize money stayed. Well, prize money is good, but it didn't. Like, really, the prize money doesn't relate to the value of the stock. Like, an odd one it does, but it doesn't really. Like, they're priced for big boys, like, and that's it. So, like, I mean, I took the view that the only way you survive in this game, if you can keep supplying the ties to the big boys, you'll survive. But if you want to be a big boy with a tie, I mean, out in Lavally, like a Gold Cup winner and a Grand National winner in the field next door, or the wires, like Rock on Ruby, Champion Horn winner came out of the field. So, like, in 200 yards along a small country road, there's a Gold Cup, a Champion Horn and a Grand National winner have to come out of 2 fields, Ground, that's the limestone land and the environment, and horse people handling them and know what they're doing, and just a good land. I mean, you look at Tipperary is a phenomenal place. You look at the ground, that's it, the limestone land, like the ground is a big thing, the quality of the grass and everything, the environment. Just good land, feed them, get them going, good people with them, and just give them time. You just have to give them, get whatever talent they have in them out of them. Like, you have to buy the stock today, buy it today, you sell it, I mean, rough times, but it has to be quality. Like, I mean, it's like you look at the book and you say, and then you're going around, you look at what's he, or you look at the fella and you say, and like, you have to have quality, you have to have presence, be straight, like, good ear, good eye, big jowl, like looking as if he's going to be big enough, like, and a good walk, like, they kind of jump at you the ones you want. And then they have to have some bit of pedigree. You won't make a silk purse out of a slough's ear. Like, if they're not going to be some, like, it has to be something in the book, like, you can't afford the ones that are real flash. Buy most of them as foals, buy them in sort of November, December, foal sale, bring them home, and they go to sheds in your room, they clean out and feeding them, just making their stomach, feeding them. There's a fine line between giving them too much feed as well, but you got to give them enough feed that they grow into their bodies. But like, if you overdo it, then you blow their legs. Like, but you don't mollycoddle them. Like, give them good grub and plenty of it, and like a bit of vitamins and a couple of licks, and away they go. Then There's a statistic there, like the man here a few years ago gave a conference, Mark Johnson, a flat trainer in England, and he said, like, when he started training 30 years ago, 40 years ago, I think he's the most trainer in England at the minute, Mark Johnson, the flat. He said, an old timer told him that 50% of the winners come from black type mares or black type families, but only 2% of families are black type. So that means that 2% are running for 50% and 98% of the others are running for the other 50%. So like, the odds there are like, doesn't take much figuring out there what side you want to be on. But it doesn't. Look, it doesn't. You see, yesterday where a fella bought a yearling for $6,000 and he sold it for 450. Like, it's just not an exact science. Like, again, if 12 would be all going to one way, like. For us now, I'd say when things settles down, there's a big opportunity for bringing groups of people, English people over, show them the stock, they go to a stud farm, they see the museum in Feathert, they drive past Ballydoyle, they drive past Coolmore, they go into McCarthy's in Feathert, they somebody meets them, talks, horses to them, they go to a point. Like the people that know, like it's like national hunt race in England is second to soccer matches in England. It's not like you look at the demographic or the age group of the people you see racing on a Friday and Saturday in England. It's completely different from what we see here. Like, you know, okay, Ireland is associated with the horse. The public in England are way more into racing than like, you know. I was over the sales in Newmarket there a few weeks ago. I was never in Newmarket before. Like, Newmarket is a flat orientated place, like, you know, like, you know, okay, I'd be hard to hide, like, you know, but I'm walking down the street, like, and women are saying, oh, that's the Minella man, like, you know, it's second to, like, horse racing in England is second to the soccer in England. Towards the loose hunt, but we said never race as loose hunt. Has to get used to that as well.
Pick up the old sports there, will you? We're going to the field.
Right. December 2021, just before Christmas. We were just schooling their 3-year-olds in the field over birch fences. Corky led there on the grey horse. He's a 5-year-old Minella Zoom. He was second. The second filly is a Soldier of Fortune 3-year-old filly that Tom was riding. She's a well-bred filly, nice filly, going well. The next horse is a Soldier of Fortune 3-year-old representing Mayor of Goodish family. He's nice horse, big horse. The Shawnee is riding the Champs-Élysées 3-year-old, and they're just going. That's the first day out in the field now, off the all-weather, first day on grass, jumping fences. Like we're doing business with a group of people from Devon, the Southwest Racing Club. Now a lot of them would be people, older, retired people that are in the syndicates, but they come like, and they're in heaven. Like, they just want to talk, want to look pictures. They come out for the morning, they give the morning with me, and they're just in heaven, like, you know. Maybe for racing on a Thursday, go look at horses working, go to a pint on a Saturday or Sunday and you'll see like the likes of Minella, you'll see Honeysuckle, you'll see Sheshkin, like they all ran in pint of pints, Bob Ollinger, Appreciate, all those Cheltenham winners, you'll see them go to, and they're only 40 or 50 miles away, like, and you'll see the lads riding them, you'll see how they mind them if the things don't go right, like the next day he'll be alright, like, and the value of those horses, like, is scary, like, you know, when it goes right, you know. In a horse to a pint of pint and he's going to win, like, he's worth, he potentially is worth, his value is as much as the prize money for the Grand National, and he jumped in the last and you're standing there. I hope this fella gets over that, and I hope he's alright in the morning, like, you know. I hope the vet likes him, and even like, and it's amazing the pint of pints, the horse that he beat in the pint of pint that day, and they thought he beat us. He won a Ballinrobe the other night, north to 95 handicap hurdle, like a bad race, and he had been second at horse to win the World Cup, and that's the first time he won, like 4 years later, like, so. People syndicates to go, like, they can go like and see a horse running a pint of pint and be third or fourth. He'd win in Kilbeggan on Saturday night, like, and he'd be bought for small money, like, they're not expensive, like, you know, there's great opportunities there for people, and they're often ready, like the turkeys, like, they buy them, they don't have to wait for a year and a half for them, they're ready to rock, like, you know. Whoa. Definitely the opportunity for getting people to come and bring them and leave them, like, you know, even they play golf for a day, there's a load of golf courses, there's Clonmel, Care, Tramore, Lisrona, Dungarvan, like. If you forgot a present for the missus for Christmas, yeah, get her a Minella, you wouldn't know where to take it. Just remember what I said, buy her a Minella for Christmas, you wouldn't know where to take her. We've 3 more out in the grass here now. The horse in the front with the white face, he's Minella Staycation. He's a 4-year-old beat hollow horse. Big strong horse, he goes alright. He's probably not a Saturday horse, he's a Monday or Tuesday horse, that's it. And we have a Shantou horse that Vinny is riding. He's a nice horse out from Martley and Mare. He's a nice horse. And we have a Champs-Élysées horse, Shawnee is riding. He's a big horse with a spot in his face. He's a 3-year-old as well. He's probably not a Saturday horse either, but he has a purpose in life. But the Shantou horse is the one for Mammy for Christmas. like if a family comes, stay for a couple of days, like the man might be into racing, the wife might be into shopping, and then bring the kids down the Blue Way or bring them up the mountain. But we are a destination now. I hope Minella is a destination for anyone who wants to come and see a horse. But like you come to Clonmel, you can stay, you can go to the beach within 40 minutes, you go up the mountain within 10 minutes, you go down the Blue Way, you go to Greenway within 40 minutes, you can go to Cork, you can even go to Dublin an hour and a half, you know, you go to Cashel Care, you go to Carrigan-Shore, Dorman Castle. Like there's unbelievable, Kilcash Castle, Stephen Amon, the Mitchelltown Caves, the Horse Museum in Feathert. Like there's like people are into churches, like Old St Mary's Church, one of the oldest churches in the country. There's walks, Pig Roster does historic walks around Clonmel if you're into that. There's phenomenal stuff to do, like if you want. Look at the bridge in Kilsheelan, like I mean if somebody sold that postcard and said it was in Vienna, you'd want to go and see it. The past year, you appreciate it because your time, you're looking at things like that you weren't looking at before, you know. I mean, it's country living, that's what we have, like, you know. Good food products and good living and healthy air, and love the countryside and get out in the countryside and just see what's going on around, like. And I mean, then if people want to go to the farmers markets in Clonmel and Care and they can buy their cheese, there's a man with a bakery in Grange Mokler, and anybody from Dublin goes back, you tell them go through Grange Mokler, all that Tipperary food trade, all the stuff that's, we try and use a lot of it, like all the different, you know, that's important. And our own beef, like we use 80% of our own beef, and like, and you know, you have it, you know, like, you know, and like, you know when you have it, like. The last three there were with the lead horse and old horse that was in front, and then the horse with the white face, he's a beat hollow 3-year-old. His name is Minella Youngie. The Youngie team in London have an interest in him, and he'd be going over there to them. And the other horse, the Sageberg horse, that's not named yet, he'll run over hurdles in this early January. He's a little fun horse. He'll do somebody for a Monday job in Plumpton or someplace like that. That's what we have at the minute anyway. Hopefully people will look after family businesses though, like, and they look after the people that, like, and I have no doubt that the local people like will look after us, like, and people then, all our customers all over the country will come to you, and I think that's very important for people to realise that, like, they got to look after family business, because we need the multinationals, we need them, and the multinational supermarkets keep us fed, but like, we can't go all multinational, and we can't go all hedge fund hotels. Like, if people spend their money in the family businesses, like, I mean, the man that'll give you a shirt at 7 or 8 o'clock, okay, he might charge you €2 more for the shirt, but he'll be there for another one if you're struck for one, like, you just you know, we have, like, you know, we're very lucky, like, where we are, you know.
King Henry's quit the hurling. There's a new king in Knockeen, and he's trained the finest horses you and I have ever seen. He got them from John Nallen. He's a man from old Clonmel, who has an eye for horses, and he owns a fine hotel. But no one could have seen it. Oh, they said that it couldn't be done when Minella won the double in 2021. Oh, little did they know about the headlines they would see. No one could have seen it. Oh, they said that it couldn't be done when Minella won the double in 2021. They all cheered on Jack Kennedy and his brave Minella horse, but no one could have seen it. Oh, they said that it couldn't be done when Minella won the double in 2021.